Good evening. I'm Keisha Butts with the CTV News Update. Governor Larry Hogan has announced that Maryland will stop accepting enhanced unemployment benefits from the federal government. The move puts Maryland in line with 24 other Republican-led states that have ended the benefits early. Hogan's decision will also require those getting unemployment checks to prove they are looking for work. The governor says the federal benefits, which added $300 a week, were no longer necessary. The governor's decision also ends a $100 per week payment that was available to so-called mixed earners, such as gig workers who have multiple sources of income. The benefits were supposed to go 39 weeks, but Hogan will end it at 26 weeks on July 3rd. Democrats are slamming the moves. President Bill Ferguson called the decision rash and rushed and says it will hurt Marylanders. Congressman Steny Hoyer called the move extremely short-sighted. Meantime, state and county leaders are sounding off on the governor's decision to opt out of receiving the federal enhanced unemployment benefits. Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich says Hogan's decision is premature. Elrich says the state should have waited 3 to 6 months before pulling the plug on the federal unemployment benefits. Delegate Eric Lutke says he wants the governor to reverse his decision.
It's money that these families spend almost immediately in the economy. So it's going to have the effect of taking tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of economic stimulus out of the Maryland economy over the next few months, just as we're recovering from COVID. And the governor's claim that this will force people back to work, first of all, is empirically untrue.
And taking away this benefit from people who are unemployed for no other reason than the fact that COVID caused their jobs to vanish is really unjust. And there have to be better ways to deal with this.
In other news, here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for Maryland. The number of confirmed cases over the past 24 hours has decreased from 101 cases yesterday to 65 new cases today. The positivity rate is at 1.44%. That's up slightly from Tuesday. And the number of COVID deaths is also up. There have been 6 over the past 24 hours. On Tuesday, the number was 2. With the closing yesterday of the FEMA-run mass vaccination site in Greenbelt, we thought it'd be a good idea to update you as to the availability of the vaccine here in Prince George's. The county is still operating 2 sites, the Southern Regional Technology and Rec Center in Fort Washington and the Sports and Learning Center in Landover. In addition, there are a number of clinics, pharmacies, hospitals, and pop-up sites offering the shots. To find out all the locations and times, go to mypgc.us/COVID vaccine. President Joe Biden today announces a vaccine incentive program he's calling June National Month of Action. The goal is to get 70% of adults vaccinated by July 4th. He wants local governments, businesses, celebrities, and community groups to join together to encourage Americans to get vaccinated. Nearly 600,000 Americans have succumbed to COVID-19. You're watching CTV News. I'm Keisha Butts. We'll be back in a moment.
For the latest information on COVID-19 in Maryland, visit the State Health Department website. That's health.maryland.gov. Again, health.maryland.gov. Click the link to the COVID-19 information portal. There you'll find all the latest information about coronavirus. You'll find daily updates on cases and fatalities. Answers to questions about testing and the governor's stay-at-home order are available as well. For specific information about Prince George's, visit princegeorgescountymd.gov. That's princegeorgescountymd.gov. The site offers information about local services for residents and businesses. There's a link for COVID-19 relief donations. Also, food pantry locations are listed. And if you have any questions, call the county COVID-19 hotline at 301-883-6627. That's 301-883-6627.
A lot of my best memories of the holidays are centered around my grandmother. My grandmother's sweet potato pie, it just felt like a hug. I remember every time we'd come to her house, once you open that door, like it just hits you. And you're like, okay, the pies are ready, it's time. Food is a source of comfort. Food really helps bring people together.
Regardless of where you are on your path to retirement, you can still take charge of your financial future today. Visit aceyourretirement.org and answer a few questions from Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach, for free tips, resources, and advice customized for your situation to help you feel confident and prepared for retirement. Retirement looks different for everyone. Make sure you're prepared for your financial future at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back. Prince George's police are looking for 3 suspects involved in a shooting in Fort Washington. These are the men that police need your help finding. The investigation reveals that the suspects threatened 2 people at a home in the 1700 block of Lee Road in Fort Washington on May 28th. The suspects fired a shot during a physical altercation with the victims. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Anyone with information on this incident is asked to contact Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS. Officials announced an equity study on the prosecution process in Montgomery County. State's Attorney John McCarthy made the announcement this morning. He says the 2-year study will be conducted by attorney Melba Pearson and researcher Dr. Brian Johnson. McCarthy says they'll look at the data to determine best practices for local prosecutors. In other news, a Montgomery County Council member announces that he will run for the county's top job. Democrat Haynes Reamer is seeking to be the next county executive of Montgomery County. Reamer is currently serving as the at-large member on the council. He has been a member of the council since 2010. Reamer says he plans to run as a progressive candidate. He plans to host a campaign kickoff event next Saturday, June 12th, at the Silver Branch Brewing Company in Silver Spring. As we told you yesterday, Baltimore Gas and Electric is again urging its customers to be aware of scammers. Company officials say the number of cases has risen significantly during the pandemic. BG&E has received tens of thousands of complaints from customers. Some of the scams involve robocalls demanding customers to pay immediately to avoid disconnection. Other scams involve a text message followed by a QR code to be used for payment at a cryptocurrency machine, which are options BGE doesn't offer.
One thing that will always raise a red flag is the fact that we'll tell you to make a payment right away or get cut off. That's never going to be the way we operate, and that's never going to be a request we make of our customers. So anytime you get a request like that, your best bet would be to check in with the utility company, which is call our number, right? And then ask the question and say, hey, I just received this call. Could you verify if that's the case? And we would do that.
BGE customers can check the status of their account by downloading BGE's mobile app or by calling 1-833-209-5245. Police are looking for suspects involved in a fatal shooting last night. Around 10 p.m., officers were called to the 2500 block of Avalon Place in Louisdale. That's where they found an adult male suffering from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead after arriving at a local hospital. Anyone with information on this case is asked to contact Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS. And we'll be back with more news. Stay with us.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
Welcome back. Mission Fulfilled 2030 is accepting applications from DMV area boys for its cybersecurity program. The organization was featured on CTV News previously for giving away Chromebooks during the pandemic. Its cybersecurity program is a 10-week course that starts June 21st. Boys will learn about website applications, social media, and cybersecurity awareness. The nonprofit's goal is to inspire Black boys to get involved in the STEM workforce.
There's a huge achievement gap. So even the Black boys that are graduating, they don't meet the necessary requirements to go into college and major in tech and STEM and computer science. So we have to do something outside of school, because just because you're a C student doesn't mean that you can't be in tech.
For more information about the program, visit missionfulfilled2030.org. World-renowned poet Nikki Giovanni will engage with Maryland educators about the role of art and education in social justice. The State Education Department and Arts Education in Maryland schools will host the Nikki Giovanni Speaks event on June 6th. Giovanni's presentation will focus on equity and anti-racism in education systems. The event is for Maryland educators only. Giovanni is a professor at Virginia Tech University. It's Cap and Gown Day in Prince George's. County high school seniors are crossing the stage to receive their diplomas today. Oxon Hill and Bladensburg held their commencement exercises at the University of Maryland. Their events wrapped up the 2021 graduation season for county schools. An Oxon Hill student uses her artwork to win first place at the Maryland History Day competition. This is 9th grader Micah Lizette Floresca. She won in the senior individual exhibit category. Her project, called Talking to Ourselves, highlights the father of neuroscience, Santiago Ramon y Cajal. She drew pictures to illustrate his work. She says she chose to do her project on Cajal after seeing his artwork.
I found Santiago Ramon y Cajal, and when I first saw his illustrations, they mesmerized me. So I was like, okay, I'll do this guy. And his illustrations really inspired me to do this, from all the painstaking details he went through to make it. And so that's why I chose it.
Floresca is one of 3 Prince George's, Maryland History Day winners. She will compete in the National History Day competition this month. And now for your weather forecast. Tonight, showers likely with lows in the 60s. Thursday, showers and thunderstorms, highs around 81. Friday, rain, possible, highs in the low 80s. Saturday, sunny skies with high temperatures in the upper 80s. And that's your CTV News update. I'm Keisha Butts. Have a good night and join us tomorrow.
A lot of things feel out of control these days, so it's time you pick your battles. Skip playing referee in the morning. Skip laundry this week. Skip game limits today. Skip cooking tonight. New realities require new routines, and it's okay to skip some of the old ones. But don't skip your preteens' well visits and recommended and catch-up vaccinations.